Hello, everyone. This is Tamer Helmi here again, speaking to you today about challenges for an incoming manager into an already established organization and a team. So, there are challenges that they pose themselves when you are managing a team, you just got hired, and you're joining an organization in any capacity of managerial degree. You could be a supervisor to a smaller team or larger. You could be a manager, um, director, VP, CEO, whatever your role is. Then now you are going into a team that is established because that's the setup now. And with that in mind, there are a few things that I wanted to share with you from my over 30 years of professional experiences and also more than 20 years in the pharmaceutical industry. So I thought, this is relevant for everyone in different setups. So the first thing is what you need to do is to understand the team dynamics, right? So there are things that they have been going on for a while. There are things that people, how they deal with each other on a daily basis. And there are, some specifics to this specific team. You might have come with great experience, but in a different place. Maybe the team was fantastic, everything is great. Maybe the new team will be similar, but also could be completely different, some shades of that. So we ought to be mindful that there is every team, they have their own dynamics. So that's number one. Number two is learning the organizational culture. So every organization has its own culture, right? So and in my opinion, and I've written that previously in the PDA letter, that organizational culture or quality culture always comes from the top, from the leaders. They need to establish what kind of culture, and so that's not the subject for now. But regardless, every group and organization has its own culture, right? So you need, as a new leader, to understand this culture and try to work with it, right? So you have to have a new role here, and it's part of the understanding. After that, you need to do a leadership. So you need to provide your leadership without overstepping. It's very crucial, without overstepping, because people can come, change things immediately as soon as they get in. That's one way. However, that eventually will be met with a lot of resistance that we are going to speak on that in a later point. But so you need to understand the culture, and you need to show your leadership. Now, showing the leadership is very important. It's important that you stand for something. What do you stand for? You have to show your strategy and establish it from the beginning. Again, without overstepping, but yet you still, that's my opinion, need to show your principles, what you're going to stand for, what's new that you're bringing into the table, right? What are you going to offer to this team? So that's very important as well. The next point is building trust and credibility. So with being a new leader or a manager or a director or a CEO or VP, you need to try to build trust and credibility, so the team can work with you, right? And they need to trust you. You need to trust them. You need to understand who are the key players who in each area, who's influential, right? Who likes to get a one-on-one interaction versus who likes a specific direction, like structured email or management style, versus somebody who gets into who responds more to something like a one-to-one conversation. So people are different, and when you build trust and credibility by showing your competency. So this is very important without, again, overstepping, without showing off, but you need also to bring experiences to the table. They brought you in it to say, okay, I have my expertise. Now, it's a very delicate matter between, or a fine line between overstepping, as we said, between show off, and also between being completely passive and not really helping at all. So there is a balance that needs to be stricken here. And then you need to manage expectations from the leadership and employees. So you're coming to an organization, maybe you are reporting to the CEO as a VP or senior VP, and also you have a big team, direct reports, indirect reports. So the expectations have to be managed. After you understand the organization, the tasks, what are you facing as a group, what are the challenges, and what are your deliverables, right? And based on that, if you make a plan, you will also put timelines, all the restrictive issues that might take this team some time to accomplish it versus everything is clear and it's just easy to go. So based on that, you need to establish clear expectations to the leadership, the board, the C-suite, and also to the employees. And next to that, people think always of how to handle the legacy issues. So as a new leader coming into an organization, you need to handle the legacy issues. This is very important because we've been doing this for a long time and it's been working, right? Why are you coming to change it? That's something a lot of you are familiar with, right? And then we've been doing this for the last 30 years and I've always done it this way. Okay, well, thank you very much. We need this experience. Can we improve? Can we do something different? The world is changing. So I am sure 30 years ago, things were run in a different way and there are different theories. So that's great experience. We need the experience. I did it in this company this way. And this is the only way. I have to be very obviously understanding to everybody where they are coming from. But then in the meantime, these legacy issues, you will face that and you'll need to deal with it in line of the overall strategy and goals of your organization. Very important issue also that you will face as a new leader is navigating the resistance to change. So now you understood the culture, you manage the expectations, and then you showed the leadership style and what are you standing for. And then you understood some issues, but then how are you going to navigate the resistance? That person that says, we've been doing it this for that long without any issues, and if it ain't broken, why you fix it, right? So this is a resistance to change. But you have different expectations right now. Different times requires different measures and different approaches. So you have obviously to navigate through that with employees, and that takes place with time, with building trust, with showing the competency, as I mentioned, without stepping on anybody's toes. In the meantime, there are goals that you have, and then if the expectations are clear, a lot of people come on board and join in this effort. Now, mind you, through my experience, I know that there are people who don't like change. So change management is part of that. Some people don't do well with change. Some people hate change, right? The majority of people like to be established in their comfort zone, and anything that disrupts them getting out of that comfort zone will definitely cause some disruption in their mind. So change management is a skill that you have to think about while you are entering this new organization. So there are some few strategies to overcome these challenges that I just thought about them, and I want to share them with you. And feel free to chime in if you have an idea or you have a story that you faced before. I welcome all comments, so please don't feel shy to add your input. So one of the strategies that I suggest is to listen first and act later. So once you get in, obviously you need to understand, based on what I said before, the challenges, the new team, the culture, the existing culture, the resistance, all of these things. You need the expectations. So you need to listen. Take a moment, understand, listen to everyone, form an informed opinion based on listening, instead of coming with a specific notion or perspective about the team. You don't know the team, so this is a new team. So definitely listening will definitely help. And then act. Build the strategy based on your understanding. Again, mind you need to bring into the table something new, and then you can always weave that into the fabric of the company, so the disruption would not be prone to resistance. The second part is building relationships. Is very, very important. As I said previously, build trust and build relationships, and that's based on respect, trust, understanding, mutual goal. So all of these things will help to work in a teamwork environment. And then next to that is communicate clearly. People enjoy clear communication. Vague, unclear communications make people confused. They will not do what you want because they did not understand exactly. This is kind of a between teaching skill and public speaking. All of these, you can muster all of your abilities to bring back to everybody's mind what you exactly need, and that will help people and will help you eventually, because you will receive what you communicated. Then focus on the quick wins. A quick win will allow everyone to celebrate, and also you will feel that there are mutual gains and there are teamwork that resulted in these wins. And also the big projects, the big issues that need to be fixed, they'll naturally take a long time to be fixed. So everybody can be frustrated. You will not feel that you've done anything for a while. So along the way, with the long-term goals, the short-term goals also will help everybody to feel the companionship and the goals that they are accomplished. And then lastly, you obviously need to balance authority and humility. So aligning with what I mentioned before, from not stepping on anybody's foot, but still you have to have your own strategy and own goals to that will help the team. So there is an authority definitely for that. It comes with your role, and authority means responsibility, means you take responsibility and ownership. But in the meantime, there's humility. Nobody is coming to to completely disrupt everything. Will people work with you in this environment, versus if you show humility, understanding that everybody comes with their own experience. You want the 30 years experience, you want the new fresh eyes, you want the person who worked in a different company, you want the person who worked in this company. So all of those team members will definitely help as a whole. And with that, I think this is what I wanted to share with you this time. If you have any comments, ideas, another idea to discuss, let me know, and happy to see you, and we'll see you in another video.